you know something? It's fundamental. And when we hear our Prime Minister Jacinda say, what can you do? Well, what you can do is stay inside to keep people alive and keep people safe. I think we all understand that is our fundamental responsibility. But the next thing we can do is to recognise that as human beings, we need communication. It's just a fundamental need of who we are. So I'm going to share with you a couple of ideas that I've had and that I've learned from other people that I'm speaking to around the world. I mean, there's one group of people, and again, I want to make sure that we support our young people. Like in most times, they're the ones that get the hard time in the press. They're not doing the right thing. They're not listening. Well, there are a handful that aren't, but the majority are fabulously wonderful human beings who want to find ways to contribute. So when we come to communication, one of the things that I think our young people need to be thinking about is they are so tech savvy, yes? They just understand it. It's like ABC, normal life to them. But a lot of people over the age of 50 and 60 really have got absolutely no idea. So the first thing I'm going to ask them to do, the youngsters out there, is to think, are there 3 people that I know that I could contact, either in my immediate family or somebody that I just know through contact, that I could phone up and I could literally coach them over the next few days how to use their telephone or their computer in a way that helps them communicate. Let's not go up to the high-flowing ways of things you can do after you're connected, but let's just say to all the young people out there, you've got these skills and you can literally today start making a difference to the quality of somebody's life, their mental health, their sense of community and their sense of engagement. So I'm going to ask all of the young people listening to this now, come on, you can do this. You find a way of contributing. And all you need is 2 or 3 people that you can coach. Okay, so that's my first suggestion today. Once you've got our community online, and again, it's our responsibility to seek out those people that are going to need help. Because if they're anything like me, they're actually terrified of technology. I've made jokes about it for years, but the truth of the matter is it frightens me because I really do not understand it. And if I didn't have my youngsters in my house sitting me down and talking to me like I was 5 years old, I wouldn't have understood any of it. So that's the first thing I'm going to ask people to do. Now, on another note, and this is an idea that I picked up from a client in Wales, actually, in the UK. What I was speaking to a young person who was just about to finish her training in the theatre world. And it's all gone. She's a natural performer and there's nothing, she can't leave the house. So we brainstormed some ideas. And what she's done is she has sent a little shout out to all of her family and people that her family know. And she's found a group of under 10-year-olds. And what she's going to do is at 11 o'clock every morning for 30 minutes, she's going to read a story online. And so that all these families have now got 30 minutes when they're under 10-year-olds in their house are going to be sitting in front of a screen and she's going to be reading stories to them. So not only is she supporting those kids by communication, bit of education, bit of drama, bit of a laugh, bit of whatever, probably even more importantly, she's giving those parents and caregivers 30 minutes peace and time to look after themselves. So there's another just very basic idea that isn't difficult for people who have got skills and abilities. Yeah, if you're a bit of a performer and you're looking for an audience, there's one out there for you. Go find it.
I totally agree with that, Sian. Right now is a great opportunity for you to be an internet star because people need to escape. And, sometimes it's not through the medium of watching television. I've always been a huge advocate of not watching television. As far as the internet is concerned, YouTube, I'm probably, more of a consumer of what is on YouTube and watching, actually interacting with people that are actual people and not people that are pretending to be other people.
Absolutely. I mean, YouTube is one of the platforms, but I'm even thinking that, if you get, 20 families that have got young kids, that you could do a Zoom screen, and the kids could be, you could see the kids and then you could slightly interact with them. I might be getting a bit complicated, but do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be on that big, wide platform of YouTube.
Don't wait for the opportunities to land on your doorstep or sitting there thinking, this is all gloom and doom. What I'm asking young people to do is sit there and literally think to themselves, what can I do? What skills have I got that I can find a way to support my fan-out and my friends? And looking after little kids for 30 minutes, please, I'm telling you as a mom, I can't tell you how valuable that would be. Communicating and leaning in and using your skills to help.
And it's a way of stepping up, at a time when the whānau can actually utilise someone else stepping up into a leadership role.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And do you know something, gentlemen? I don't know whether this is controversial, but I'm going to tell it anyway. In my belief system is that it isn't just special people who have got sort of some kind of magic dust that makes them leaders. I actually believe that every human being is a leader. It's about being given the opportunity to do it, and more importantly, it's about giving yourself permission to be a leader. We are all leaders. Yeah. So don't wait to be chosen. Get out there and contribute. Find a way that you can contribute.
Yeah, I like that because there are a lot of people out there waiting for that permission to be granted to them, and really, it comes from within.
Absolutely, yeah. Because we're conditioned to think like that, you see, because even when we go to school, you're chosen to do things. In family units, you're chosen to do it. And this is an opportunity for some fundamental life learning about who you are. And you don't have to be over 18 or over 21 or whatever to think of yourself as somebody who can do self-development work. You can do it from the age of 10. You can do it from the age of 5, yeah? How do I be the better person than I am now? What is it that I can do that I can contribute for the greater good of whoever is around me? And that's serious self-development. And we can all do it, just one step at a time. But first of all, you have to give yourself permission that I've got something that I can contribute. Doesn't matter how small it is. It's incredibly valuable to somebody.
I always feel more enlightened every time we speak to you every morning, Sian. I have to admit, I do feel like I just know so much more about the way people think and the way people respond. And I thank you for blessing us every morning with these very helpful and meaningful ways of dealing with what we are going through, because it is an important time to recognize that these are not normal times. We are not living in a normal situation, and it's okay to feel defeated, and it's okay to feel like there's nothing.
All of the above.
Yeah, all of the above.
Angry, frustrated. And look, none of us are under any kind of delusion. We've got no idea how long this is going to last. And I'm going to say it's a privilege, gentlemen, to find this time every morning to chat to you. And all I can do is share what's in my head and my heart. I don't know whether I'm right. I don't know whether I'm wrong. But it's a privilege to be here. Okay? Well, and between all of us, we're going to get through this.
Yes,
because failure is not an option.
And the great thing about ending our calls every day is we get to call you again tomorrow.
Okay, get out there, guys. Go and do your good stuff. All right,